Welcome to Sprint 7. Let's start off with the collidable. We have our sphere, our model, we have the pass-through functions, and update collision data. Not too much to see here. Let's move over to the collision volume real quick. So this is the base one that we'll use in the future. We have our virtual functions, including the destructor. We have fixed that, as well as the other bug. Yes, you were right. It was very obvious. Collision B-sphere inherits from that. We override. We have our little values, not too much to see here. Had to do a bit of finagling to get center and radius into world space, but we managed to do it. That's very cool. And we also use our new math header. So speaking of math header, let's jump over there. So it is a namespace. We only have two functions, multiply and intersect. I have multiply because I use it for GodCam, and I just decided to throw it in here. Then we have intersect, which we are using this week. We also have our color namespace, so we have all of our lovely little colors that we can pick however we please. So moving over to the visualizer itself, we have one visualizer sphere. We have a queue of commands, so we are using the command pattern. Render, process commands, strobe sphere, very cool. Moving in here, you see that we are using a command factory to generate these commands. We have factory and pool. I'm not going to go into those. It's a factory and pool. We've seen like 20 of them. It's the same as always. But we're just passing in the command with the world and color that we want to use, so that when we get to process commands, we can just call private render sphere with that information, set it accordingly, and render it immediately. Our attorney, the commands are part of it so that they can call render bsphere, and the engine can call terminate and process commands. And just to show, yes, we are calling the draw from the engine level, not from the scene level. Alright, moving into the game itself, we still have a few bugs. I still don't know why this is happening, but as always, just any input on the camera shows the screen. And then we have our bots. They're struggling right now, but if I move away, you can see that they eventually calm down. And then yes, once I get away a certain distance, they do start to move. That part is intentional. And you can see that they now track the player, minus the parts where they start to spaz randomly for some reason. But see, they are now shooting at the player. And we have our sphere here, so if we go over to one of the bots, and you can see, oh, we're intersecting with that bot. Our sphere is not red because, again, we have multiple bots, and so if we find the right bot, there we are. Now our sphere turns red, but down here, you can see that even without that, we are registering collision from the player. So it is there. And that's everything for this week. Yeah.